Hey there everyone, this is Piper here again. So I'm playing some more Mount and Blade Warband. So in my last video I gave you a brief sort of summary of my campaign so far. The goal is to take over the whole map. It's a bit of a grind. It's a really good game, but you don't have your one knight amongst many, and you're really helping your own faction achieve their goals, so you don't actually take over the cities. So it is a bit of a grind. It's a good game. So I want to fight this battle here. We're going to take over Almira Castle at the bottom, because you see we've got a bit of a line here, got a bit of a strong base now. So we're going to sort of push here and try and take over. Once we take over Almira Castle, we'll take over that town as well. I just looted that town, so got some good equipment. I'll go over my weapons to armor that I have at the moment. I've done a lot of fighting, and I've got quite good armor right now. I actually bought plate armor. I think that's one of the best armors you can buy. Got a guard helmet, so they're fairly good. I've got a warhorse as well, so I've got really good armor. I might actually buy a better helmet. That's 47 plus, but it's pretty good. I've got the masterwork nomad saber, which is quite good on the horse. I've got a reinforced round cavalry shield. That could be improved. It's okay. Probably get a better one once I take over more cities. And one thing that I have found was I fought a massive battle against the, I think it was the yellow faction, the Sarnid faction, and I actually managed to get a masterwork Karget bow, and that looks pretty good in the stats. So once I get the, if you look below, it says requires power draw 7. Once I get that ranked up, I'll see how that compares to the warbow. So this is fairly good. Probably get a new shield. So that's fairly good stats, and what I'll do now is I'll actually help my ally here. He was fighting in a battle there, but the enemy just pulled out. So what I will do here is, I think I'll just siege the town actually. I was going to actually fight, support my knight there, but I don't think, it's actually already under siege. So I'll speed this up. Hopefully we can get a battle going. If you press spacebar and control, it speeds things up. Besiege the castle. Prepare ladders to attack the walls. Do it. Actually, how much is... Okay, there's no one in this castle. Prepare ladders to attack the wall. So there's only 22 people in the castle. Morale of some troops are low. Okay, so we're going to attack the castle. So once we attack this castle, we'll take over Saren. You're ready to attack the walls. So we will lead our troops to an assault. So it looks like that's the entrance there. Got my warbow here. The warbow is pretty good a weapon. It's fairly accurate. And what I've actually learned is when you actually fire the warbow, see your aim like this. You want to aim probably about a centimetre below the crosshairs, where the crosshairs actually join up. So if you're firing at point blank range, always aim a little bit higher than what you're firing at. Standard. And obviously there's the way the arrows make an arc, effectively bullet drop. You want to, the further away your opponents are, the more drop you should anticipate. So this is going to be a fairly easy battle. Obviously, the yellows only have about 22 troops in the city, so my army is really powerful. So this shouldn't be too hard. You can check out all the kills there. I don't think I've actually suffered one kill yet, and that was a really easy win. So that's taking the castle, and there's nothing here worth taking. So what I'll do is, it says here, Almere Castle's fallen to your troops, and you now have full control of the castle. It is time to send word to King Rhodoks about your victory. You basically have two options here. You can either request that Almere Castle be awarded to you, ask no rewards, and what I'll do is I'll request that the castle is awarded to me. But my king hates me, because basically what happened was there was a side quest where I was told to solve a dispute between the king and one of his noblemen. I spoke to the king and he turned against me, and I went from about 14 to -7. So he doesn't like me too much. So what I will do is I will come out the castle and see if I can fight this dude here. You have something that belongs to me, Almere Castle. I will make you relinquish it. Relinquish it, rather. Can speak properly. So I'll just attack him. He's not got a very good army. Well, I don't think he haven't checked it. We've got a massive advantage, both in quality and quantity. We'll still take it seriously though. Even though we do have the massive advantage, I'm still going to play it as if he has a really good army. Something that I've learned in this game, you do have the fog of war. You can't really see all the map. Kill the knight first, he's probably the general. And hopefully we're going to hold the position here, fire off some arrows first. You see there's a lot of spears here. I actually like cavalry armies. I like the flexibility. I haven't played the Nords yet. The Nords are meant to be the strongest faction. So these pikes are really deadly against the cavalry. So we'll try and get as many kills as we can. And we're going to charge it. So as I said before, I'm using the Masterwork Nomad Saber, and it has slightly higher reach than the Nordic Blade. Obviously it's Masterwork, so it does slightly more damage. I think it's like +5 in stats. But I do like having the extra reach, and it's slightly faster as well. I've heard that if you use a lance, apparently the light lance is overpowered in the game. I haven't came across a light lance yet. I do have a balanced spear in my inventory, but I do like having the sword. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, and I like fighting with Aragorn rather. So this blade's really fast. So I think multiplayer is probably having an extra reach. It's probably good, but for single player, the blade The saber does a lot of damage, so that was a pretty crushing defeat there. Take over to the veterans there, capture them, and something that I do have is I got the glaive, which is basically a very long axe. It's a polearm. It's good for defense, defending a castle. Balanced lance, and I've got a balanced Nordic sword as well. But you can see here the Nordic sword is like 95, and the masterwork nomad saber is 97. So slightly higher in the reach, which is helpful if you're on horseback.